Welcome to this week's edition of the Club XP podcast. This week, the movie overlords blessed us with some trailers and movies coming out next year that look very exciting. We'll dive deep into Ghostbusters, 007, Mulan, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow, all while playing a new game we call here Buy or Sell. Sit back and enjoy the ride because we're here to level up the conversation. Welcome to the Club XP podcast. This week we have a special treat for everybody. We are going to move into something that we're calling our trailer park episode. So this week, actually the past week or two, the movie overlords have given us a big treat, and we've got like 5 different trailers that we want to discuss that are all coming out here within the next year. So we got Ghostbusters, we got 007. A Mulan remake, which I've been told it's not Mulan, it's Mulan.
Mulan.
Have you been
saying?
Hold
Have
on.
you been saying
Hold on.
Mulan the whole time?
Hold on. Let's stop before we continue.
I said,
How do you pronounce it?
Have you seen the
Mulan.
movie?
Mulan?
Is there an E and a W in there?
M-E-W-L-A-N?
I like how you thought
Mulan.
everyone was on your side.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
He's like, I just found out it's pronounced Mulan. It's like,
Well, I've been saying Mulan this whole time, and then someone was like,
Why?
it's Mulan.
My whole time, your whole life?
this isn't a new
My whole
revelation.
time, my whole...
How many times
You've
has
just been
her
saying it wrong
name
your whole
said
life.
in the movie where it says Mulan?
Yeah,
Do
seriously.
they
What are you
do
doing,
they say
Mulan?
Mulan?
Oh, boy.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, there's that. There's that movie, Mulan, Molan,
Potato.
Mulan, however you guys say
probably
it in
He
Australia
probably says
versus
Mulan
America.
Rouge too.
Melania.
Mulan, yeah.
Oh my- And then Wonder Woman and Black Widow. It's been a pretty good week for trailers. Can we all agree?
Yeah,
Or-
Trailer
yes,
park.
man. A lot's come out. I don't know how good I'll say, but
Oh, foreshadowing.
yeah.
Hey, so
By the way-
that kind of leads me into what I want to do. So
Okay.
for this podcast, I have something pretty interesting I want to try, and it's going to be called our buy or sell. Okay. So I'm going to ask a series of questions about the movies, and then you guys have to go around and either buy the proposal that I say or sell it. Like you don't think it'll happen. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
All right.
All right.
Everybody on board with that?
Yeah.
So
Fire
first off,
sale.
I want to. What?
No.
He said buy or sell.
I said fire
thought he
sale.
said-
Oh, fire sale. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
I was
I
like
shouldn't
pretty
randomly
sure you
shout
said
things,
fire.
I guess.
You shouldn't do fire
Yeah.
sales in a trailer park.
Oh. Do-do-do.
Anyway,
Hey, can I preface this conversation to say that I'm the only
No.
one
You
that
mean
has
preface
actually
the one we already started?
No, the one that we're about to have. We're having multiple conversations in one. So I think I'm the only one to have actually lived in a trailer park. So my opinion is probably going to be the most valid out of everybody.
okay. I'm really glad you brought that up because I had some jokes prepared about it, but I didn't want to actually say it. But you brought
I
it
have
up.
now made my way out of the trailer park, but I
Started at the bottom. Now we're here.
yes,
Oh, don't you start
Just
with
so
Drake.
everybody knows,
Joey is
lives,
the Drakes of trailer parks.
Yeah, Joey went from a trailer park to a cul-de-sac, so he's living the American dream.
what?
Well, we have our resident trailer park expert here with us, so feel free to chime in at any point, Joey.
I will.
Your
I will.
opinion is a lot more valid than everybody else's. All right, so I'm going to start off with Ghostbusters as number one. So this week we have a new Ghostbusters remake. Well, not a remake, but it's a sequel, and it's supposed to be more, I think, a direct sequel from like the original films than the
Yes.
all-female cast that we had a couple years
Correct.
ago.
That never happened. All female cast never happened.
Mm-mm.
So,
Erased
that's
from
being
history.
cut out of the continuity. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
out.
it was
gone.
pretty bad. Okay, so one of the questions that I had for Ghostbusters, I'm going to go around and do kind of little buy or sell real quick, is are the old ghosts coming back to this Ghostbuster film?
Oh, absolutely.
Buy or sell?
Buy.
All right, Dakota,
absolutely-
you go first.
All right. So I
And you
didn't-
got to name which ones you think they are too.
we saw Green Mist, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw Slimer out there because he's a trademark.
Yeah.
You got to have
That's-
Slimer.
He
in
is a
there.
trademark. Yeah.
I don't know specifically what other ones, but I want to see Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But that wasn't actually a ghost, was it? That was more of a creation of Zoo.
Yeah, it works. It works.
So ghost wise, I don't know specifically. Maybe the brothers are coming back. But because I have just from what we saw, I have already kind of drawn a conclusion. I don't know if we're getting into that or whatever, but I'm definitely buying.
Buying on that one. All right.
Buying.
And does anybody sell? Do you think this is going to be brand new, or is everybody buying?
No, I'll buy. I think they kind of hinted
I'm
at.
starting out quick. Easy question.
I think they started off with some Easter eggs in it, like Dakota said. There is a scene or two that looks just like Slimer in the trailer if you pause at the right time. And also you see Paul Rudd in the car and that big foot step down. It looks like a terror dog from the original films as well. So I think a terror dog's going to be in it. I would love to hear a reference from the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and things like that. But I want to buy. I mean, you can't make this movie. I feel like this movie, not to get too deep into it just yet, but I feel like this movie is a fan-made movie, like an indie film that somebody would actually make. So I think there's going to be a lot of callback to Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and since it's in the same universe and the continuity's there, so I think we'll see a lot of that. Hopefully, small Easter eggs throughout. So I'm gonna say buy.
Okay, Joey, what'd you got?
Are we just buying or selling? If you said the ghosts are going to come back,
Yeah, or is this going to be an all original
I
thing?
think it's just going to be like any other Hollywood movie that gets a sequel after a decade or two, and it's going to be you introduce a new cast, and there's going to be some of the old cast there to show the fans some love. But ultimately, it's going to be handed off to a new generation. Same thing Star Wars did. It's the same concept. I mean,
All right, that worked. All right, so moving on to the next movie. This one I'm kind of
What about Evan?
not excited about. Oh, Evan, you didn't say anything?
Evan's
Oh,
not
no,
buying or
I-
selling.
I'll just say real quick.
I
As to
thought
buy,
he
I
said.
think.
I thought he said bye earlier. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say green
Our
glow
host, ladies
means
and
Slimer's
gentlemen.
coming back. You saw green glow multiple times throughout the trailer. That means Slimer is coming back. People expect him to come back, and he's the one ghost that everybody wants to see. So if they don't do it, it's a huge disservice. And that's
It's
like
like having
every
a-
that.
It's
Yeah,
like
he
having
was-
a Pokemon movie without Pikachu. You gotta have him in
Also, if they don't play the Ghostbusters theme in the movie, which they did not in the trailer, it's gonna also be a huge disservice.
Did they play the Ghostbusters theme in the last movie?
I think it was
Ooh.
in all of the movies, but in the trailer it was just intense dark music. It wasn't.
No, you just
Oh,
got
but-
Ecto 1
but-
Siren.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they did do a couple of the piano notes from the original movie when the first ghost appeared. I can't remember the scene exactly, but
Yeah,
they did
I think you're right.
replay some of the notes.
Super
Okay,
stoked,
so
man.
moving on to the next movie. So this movie I am not excited for at all, but at the
Ooh.
request of the Club XP other
Facebook?
hosts, no, just you guys. You guys were way more excited about this than I am. 007.
Yeah.
So we've got a grand total of 26 007 movies.
Okay.
25.
25?
This
25?
is 25.
Yep.
This is number 25.
I'm
the
gonna-
fifth of Daniel
I'm
Craig.
going to have to disagree with you. But yeah,
What,
this is the
there's
fifth
25?
one with Daniel. I'm pretty sure there's 26.
This one was
I'll bet you on
codenamed Bond 25 before he was self-titled.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything.
You just got fact checked.
It means it's the 25th film.
should fire your research
It's just,
assistant.
it's just a code name. There's 26.
Okay, 'cause
Google
this
it
is
right
20
now.
Okay. So
It could mean nothing.
but you didn't.
All
you
right,
didn't,
so I'm not excited about this one. I've never really been a Bond fan at all. I just personally, no offense to our British audience, but American Spies do it better. But hey, with that being said, I want to ask you guys. So maybe we shouldn't do all 25 or 26. But I did want to ask this question real quick. Based on the trailer alone, maybe there's 5 Daniel Craigs, right?
No, there's
Yes.
only one Daniel Craig. There's 5
There's
Daniel
only one
Craig
Daniel
movies.
Craig.
So, yeah.
Oh.
I was about to say, what?
James
There's
Bond?
5 in this movie?
Whoa! Plot twist.
I would be pretty interested if that was the case. Anyway,
Hey,
so let's see.
Daniel Craig clones. If there are clones, he was a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens, which are clones. So just
Oh
saying
my
that.
gosh, Joey coming with the hard movie facts. Wow.
Wait, what? He was a
No.
clone?
Yeah, he was the one that
Oh,
Rey had
gosh.
to convince to let her go with the Force when she was captured, like in The Force Awakens. He was the stormtrooper in her helmet. Anyway, continue on so we don't digress.
One more reason I don't like the Bond franchise.
Yeah, because he
Why?
was in Star Wars.
The Star Wars franchise.
Okay.
All right, so hey, buy or sell the new. I guess there's a new female lead with, Bond.
Mm-hmm.
Will she take over the mantle of 007 at the end of this film?
I'm going to say buy.
Buy or sell?
I'm going to say
Ooh,
buy on
Jared's
this.
going buy.
There's actually in Vegas you can actually make prop bets on this right now.
Oh my gosh.
So after Spectre, Bond retires and he goes off with his girl and he's out of the country for like 5 or 6 years, whatever the time gap is between
Yes.
Spectre and this one. I think it's like 5 years. And somebody else has to fill in the space or the role of 007 or a 00 and she becomes the new 00. Now moving forward, I think this movie is pretty much, since it's Daniel Craig's last James Bond movie, I think we're going to see a passing of the torch in this movie to the new 00.
I'll buy that. Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be specifically tailored towards like it's not I don't feel like the whole point of the movie is just going to be the handoff. I think it's still going to be a good Craig Bond movie. And then at the end, like you said, there will be a passing of the torch, whether, it be him going out in whatever way or, him just, retiring. But yeah, I definitely, I buy into that. That's probably where it's going to be trying to move.
All right, Evan, you look giddy.
So yeah, I am a little giddy. I love you guys. So I will say that I think it's a buy, and that's solely because of news that I hear about Daniel Craig constantly talking about him hating playing James Bond. I think he's just doing
something
it for the
me
cash.
and him have in common.
Way to market.
Well, no, I absolutely love all the James Bond movies he's done, but when I've seen him in other movies, he's just glowing. He's such a good actor. I've talked about Logan Lucky. He plays a small role in one of my favorite movies called The Jacket. He's just in so many other movies that are really good. We just saw him in Knives Out and he killed it. He was awesome.
Because
so
what
I'm
we
excited.
have is a donut and a donut.
Yeah.
In our donut, there's another donut.
Yeah.
Knives Out, fantastic.
Spoiler alert.
Craig killed
Yeah,
it.
I know. No, that's just so. Anyways, I think he's done. I think it's sad, but we'll see. I think he's out.
Joey, what you got, buddy?
I mean, I'll buy it too. Of course, the culture or the shift, or at least the people with the loudest voices are calling for a female Bond. And what better way to do it to kind of like pass off the mantle? I'm excited for the fact that there's going to be a strong female character in the Bond movie, because you always have like the Bond girl who kind of just is there for like sexual favors and just to look pretty. So I think it's pretty cool that they're going to have like a strong female lead. So props to them on that. But yeah, I think
That's a good
I'll buy
point.
it off like it's going to be passed off. But I'm going to also kind of sell the movie because I'm going to see it. But to me, it's the same
Can I take
plot.
quick issue with Joey real fast?
It's this plot off same plot as Spectre and Skyfall. He's getting old. He wants to retire, and they've been doing this for the past 3 movies.
So you're buying the question but selling the movie. I dig that. Evan, what you got?
I'll see the movie.
So I was
still,
just
though.
thinking, I think all of the female leads that have been in all the Daniel Craig films have been outstanding, and I don't think they've been, any cliche. Like, yeah, there's been romantic and there's been, feelings between him and the female lead, but they've been far from cliche. I think they've just been amazing.
I mean, there's always the
that's-
one girl he
that's-
hooks up with,
that's
though,
good.
and she ends up dying, like in, which one was it? I don't even remember which one. I get them all confused. The one where she gets covered in oil and the Daniel Craig one. I don't know. But
Well,
to me, I would challenge y'all. Can y'all even like follow the plot line over the past 4 movies? Do you even know what's going on?
What about the past 26 movies? I have
I
no
would
idea
have
what's
to go
going
back
on.
and do a
Literally,
hard rewatch on all of them, if I'm being honest.
When I watch these movies, it's literally like I'm just watching an action film to see cool stuff, and then I'm done. Like, I have no emotional attachment. I have no idea what the storyline is. Like, it's rough.
I am excited to see Rami Malek as a villain.
oh,
Christoph
yeah.
Waltz
Dude,
Yes.
he
was
looks
my
dope.
Oh, he's gonna be
Christoph
amazing.
Waltz
I
was
know
my
it.
favorite Bond villain.
Killed it.
He's
Yeah,
actually
I really like Christoph Waltz.
in this movie as well. Christoph Waltz can play a villain anytime he wants, and I'll watch him. He's amazing.
Yeah, he was a great villain in Bohemian Rhapsody. Loved him. I mean, musician. Sorry. Pop quiz. Which of all the Bond actors, which
26
one has
movies.
done
Never mind.
the most Bond films? Who played Bond the most?
Sean
Pierce,
Connery.
No Googling, Joey.
Dang it.
Sean
his name?
Connery.
Not Connery.
Nah, I'm gonna
think
say,
I know what it is.
He
Oh,
has
Pierce,
7.
then.
He's done 7 out of the 25.
Pierce.
out of the 26.
Does this name
Pierce.
have Richard in it?
No, Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Ding, ding,
Oh.
ding.
Jeez, I
Who
suck.
is that?
I went Richard
Moore.
You don't
instead
know
of
I
who
know.
Roger
Roger.
Moore is?
I mean, honestly, those were the ones that I disliked the most. But it's funny that he had the most consecutive.
Was he an Octopussy?
Yeah, I can.
No, I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
he
that was
was.
Connor. Oh, that was
That was
Roger
Moore.
Moore. Oh wow.
I really like that one.
Actually, if they made a sequel, would it be Octopussy?
Octopi.
Oh God.
Okay, so real quick before we get off this, do you like the Bond that is the Pierce Brosnan, which is very techie, using all the equipment, less, more like debonair, or do you like the Daniel Craig, which is up in your face, beating the snot
Daniel
at everybody?
Craig. Easy.
Daniel Craig.
I want my Bond
all
to
day.
walk away from an explosion and have dust on his $20,000 suit.
Okay.
That's what I
I mean,
want.
I
Okay.
agree.
Speaking of that, what was the last movie that came out? The last Bond one?
Spectre.
Was
Uh,
it
The last
Spectre?
Bond movie, Spectre.
It was
Spectre
a
was
Spectre.
last- yeah.
Okay, so I dang near walked out of the theater. Speaking of amazing
near did it?
suits, I dang near did. Okay, so if there's one thing I can't stand in a movie is product placement because it's never done right, and you can always see it right. So there's this scene where he's like running and he jumps and he stops, and all of a sudden he like flashes his arm up real quick, like
Yeah.
with his hand, and then the camera like zoomed in on his watch, and then
Yes.
you saw like the name brand of the watch, and then he
Omega.
started running again or whatever, and I was like, I'm getting out of this theater. This
Josh,
is
you're-
stupid. All it is, it
Josh
was
is
a
100% right.
clothing.
Pierce Brosnan
I am.
007 movies were nothing but big BMW commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the same reason I can't stand Sony films is because every single thing in it is. It was like the Into the Shallows or Into the Deep or Into the Shark Fest. What was that movie called where they were stuck on the rock?
Shark Fest?
Into the Shark Fest. You got it. That's the one. That's it. Into the Shark Fest. Yes.
I'm getting them confused with all the sci-fi versions. I can't remember. But anyway, it's like like they had in the first like 15 minutes of the film, they used like the Sony version of the GoPro. They all had Sony phones. They used a Sony camcorder, and there were some other Sony products, and it was just annoying. All right, let's move on. So from the last question, it was supposed to be a segue into the next topic about the female lead, because now we're going to move in to the Black Widow, the Wonder Woman, and also Mulan.
Mulan.
So let's see. How should I phrase this?
If
Well,
it's
you
Black
know what?
Widow, don't even bother.
Terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, let's get to the Black Widow and how
Might as
terrible
well.
that
Let's
movie's
get
going to
into
be.
Black. Yeah,
if
all
we
right,
can,
let's
please.
get into Black Widow. All right, here, just let's do a real quick buy or sell on this, and then we can all share our thoughts on it.
Okay.
Quick buy or sell. I'll start off with Dakota. Buy or sell.
Selling
gonna be
harder than
retconned.
Bitcoin. Get this out of here.
You didn't even hear the question.
I don't care.
Doesn't have to. Sell everything
All right.
associated with this movie.
Sell everything and just move on to the discussion.
Yep.
This movie needs a giant rolled up magazine with a pop. Squish it.
All right.
Oh,
What's your
that's
question,
what you
Josh?
meant by the
So
other day,
mean.
where you said they should raid her. Because
Yeah,
like,
raid.
yes.
Spray with raid.
oh, Black Widow.
On his back with his legs up. Get it out of here.
Fun
All right,
fact. Do you
question
know
real
why
quick.
spiders... Hold on. Do you know why spiders, like, they pull their legs in real quick when they die?
No.
No.
Because
They're holding
their
in poop?
body
Hold
is
on.
filled with fluid. They're basically big hydraulic pumps. When you squish them, they lose pressure and they don't have the ability to extend anymore
Huh.
because of the pressure. They decompress and curl in. Okay, question.
So what you're telling me is spiders are like robots. All right,
Yes.
hey. So Black Widow, will she be retconned back into the MCU? Buy or sell, Dakota?
So I'm
Good
going to sell
question.
that.
Oh, sell hardcore.
Selling?
She's not
Jared's
coming back.
selling hardcore.
If he does, it'd be a huge mistake by Marvel.
Yeah, big.
All
It'd be a
right.
worse mistake than making this movie.
Ooh. we got some emotion behind this.
Oh yeah,
Evan,
I'm
what's
fired
up?
up about this movie. Let's go.
Disagree with everyone.
Fired up. Are you buying?
No, I sold.
No,
I'm
no,
selling.
Evan.
Oh.
I'm absolutely buying, and I'll tell you why. The reason why they're
Whoa.
Yeah. So the reason
Fire it
why
up.
they're bringing her back is in this movie is because I think they want to revive her. Like Hulk had
this
really
movie is
strong
taking
feelings
place-
about her.
It is taking place before Endgame, before she died. Spoiler alert.
It might happen.
So-
Oh,
You can't
Jared's
say she
about to
dies,
lose
then
it.
spoiler alert. She dies. Spoiler alert.
Whoops.
She's
It's not
sacrificed.
my fault you haven't seen it yet.
So
All right,
I haven't seen
you're
it,
saying
but
she's coming back.
I think they're going to bring her back, and I think it's going to be for Marvel
right, all
business
right.
reasons.
Joey, what you got? Marvel
don't think
business.
she's
I got you.
coming
I
back.
can tap in. So
I would sell her coming back, but I think they're moving on
All
to
right,
the
I
new
wanna-
guard with
I wanna
all
join Evan,
respects. All the originals are moving on.
I'm actually buying that she's coming back, but I'm buying because she's coming back in an alternate timeline. Retconned.
Wait, so we're gonna have to deal
They're
with an
gonna Captain
entirely
America her?
different timeline in the MCU going to the theaters and movies playing
Oh,
out? I
you
do not see
better
that convoluted
believe it.
crap going on.
They can
Yeah.
barely maintain one timeline in these
Thank
movies.
you. And
Yep.
literally, Bruce said, I tried, man. I couldn't bring her back with all the Infinity Stones. She's not
Oh.
coming back.
Yeah. Yeah.
didn't
All
try
right,
hard
let's go
enough.
to Jared. Let's go to Jared real quick. Jared's been pretty emotional about this ever since it came out. Tell us your thoughts, man. Why does she have to go?
Okay.
Why is this movie in the wrong time? Why what? Everything. Spill your guts.
Marvel needs a strong female solo film. Okay, I can just see Marvel at a board meeting and thinking, okay, we need a strong female solo film. Go! And everybody's like, Black Widow, Black
because
Widow.
Captain Marvel didn't
And
cut
the
it.
guy's like, no, no, no. And somebody's like, Captain Marvel. He's like, yes, Captain Marvel. Movie stunk. It's terrible. And this movie should have been made 5 years ago in 2014. Okay, everybody wanted this movie then. She's dead. And now we're going to bring her back to a movie solo a year after Endgame releases. So a year after she was died or killed cinematically on film, she's coming back for a solo film. Nobody wants this movie now. We wanted this movie 5 years ago. It's going to be a total disaster at the box office. The only reason people are going to go see this because Marvel's attached to it. The only reason I may consider seeing this is to see the post-credit scenes to see how this ties into the new phase. But I can just catch those online on YouTube. So
Yep.
I
Dude,
will
if you-
not go see this movie in the film. I'm telling you right now, Marvel's
In the
not getting
film.
my 11.75 out of me for this movie.
This
No.
would have been
Hey.
a great movie to come out like around Black Panther time. Like
Absolutely.
more character investment
They
and
missed-
everything like that.
they missed
but
it.
Nope. Yep.
All
They
right,
totally
let me
missed
play
it.
devil's advocate real quick. We all know Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie ever,
Mhm.
and they had to do that. That movie had to come out after A New Hope to make A New Hope better. My point is there's going to be something that happens in this movie that will allow the other movies going forward to be better and have more meaning, just like Rogue One did for Star Wars. That's what I'm guessing.
Mm.
I
And
don't-
I'm really excited about this movie.
But you can't compare this to A
she's
New
one of
Hope
my
and
favorite-
Rogue One. A New Hope came out in 1977. Why are we
I know,
comparing
and
that to
every
Rogue
Marvel
One?
movie,
Of course.
even the worst Marvel movie is better than A New Hope. But that's a different topic for a different day.
Just please explain to me, Evan, I want to shoot you. Explain to me why this movie is needed right now in the MCU
doesn't
when
wanna
the
hear my
current
view.
MCU is stated. We just finished Phase 3. We went through Infinity War. We went through that garbage Endgame. Why do we need this movie now? How is this important to the MCU? Why
I
now,
don't-
2019?
So I don't think that the canon needs it. I think that it's strictly a Marvel business decision. I think that, they must have test marketed this. Scarlett Johansson is an amazing actress. She's absolutely able to carry the whole movie by herself. She obviously has Rachel Weisz, David Harbour, and some other lady that I don't recognize. They're all really good actors. Who knows? I mean, I think, Jared, you're taking too strong of an opinion without having seen it. I mean, that's what I think. I'm kind of mixed about whether I'm excited about it or not, but I think it's going to be helpful
All right.
some way,
So
or
with
else
that
they
being
wouldn't
said,
make it.
I got one more buy or sell on.
Wait,
on
I haven't
Black
said my
Widow.
Black Widow piece.
And
Real
I don't
quick,
mean to take.
I'm going to make a prediction.
All right.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I think we don't see the full
Who's
vision
you?
of what they're trying to do.
Me?
To you, Josh. I think there's going to be something in there that happens that's going to catapult the Marvel Universe forward that we just can't foresee. And I mean, in our limited vision that
I definitely
we have,
agree, man.
like I trust in Kevin Feige. I think the trailer was amazing. I think the action looks incredibly great. I think the comedic grouping that they have going on with the cast of characters that Evan just mentioned are going to be great together. And I'm going to be so bold as to say it's going to be in the top 10 of Marvel films that has ever been made.
Woo!
Okay, first of all,
real
top
quick, we're
10.
gonna end on that note. No,
There's like 20-something films. That's like 50%. You know, it's
Yeah.
going to be midway.
It will be midway.
Top 10?
It's going to be amazing.
I don't think it'll be.
How many
real
Marvel
quick.
films are there? 21, 22?
Top
and it's
10
top
like
easy.
23.
Yeah.
Top 10, so it's halfway there?
Yeah.
Man,
That's
All right,
nothing.
let's do this real. Last buy
That's a
or sell
lot.
for Black Widow. This one's real quick. You just got to say buy or sell.
There's no
All right, so at the end,
I don't think we're
at the
capable
end of
just saying
Stranger
that.
Things, I'll say spoiler alert this time before I give it away because you guys got upset last time. Spoiler alert for Stranger Things, the last season. Hop goes away. He gets captured by the Russians. Buy or sell, starting with Dakota. The new Red Guardian, or whatever his name is in the Black Widow movie, is actually Hopper from Stranger Things that's now living in Russia.
So,
that's not even a
Sell?
real question.
Jared.
I mean, yeah, it's funny. It was going to crack me up whenever he come up on there, but no, it's all good.
Oh,
Jared, buy or
man.
sell?
If it was really him, it would be the only reason why I would see this movie.
I would agree. That would be amazing.
That would be the only reason.
Evan, buy or sell?
I don't know. I'd sell it.
Joey, buy or sell?
I'm going to sell it only because I believe he's actually the Hellboy who's given up his powers and settled down in Russia.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm buying. All right, so we got two more. We got two more movies to go through really quickly.
I like how
All
that
right, the next
question
one, we're gonna
only
go
had a
with
buy or sell component to it. It was like, you cannot offer any explanation.
Yeah, it's terrible. I'm just tired of Marvel doing fat jokes all the time. It's like that's their shtick now. Fat jokes.
it is
Fat
it
Thor and now
really
David
is.
Arbor.
All right, hey, so next one in the shoot, we're going to hit Mulan real quick. I just have
Oh no.
Oh,
Say it again, please.
Mulan.
Say it again, please. You're almost there.
It's not like
Mulan.
a cat mew.
Molanda.
Ooh,
It's
ooh.
like
Melandra.
say like a
Mulan.
cow. Mulan.
Mulan.
No.
So I have
Oh gosh.
a very special place of Mulan in my heart. On my 8th
Whoa.
birthday,
Yeah, apparently.
I went to Chuck E. Cheese. I got the sweetest Lego set ever, and when I came home, some aunt and uncles of mine also had bought me Mulan for VHS. I sat in my living room and built these really cool, like, ninja Lego things after I got back from Chuck E. Cheese, stayed up all night watching Mulan. Probably, like, one of the only birthdays I ever remember.
That's
It's
awesome,
like the
dude.
greatest memory.
That's so
It's
cool. I
like
love
the best
Chuck E.
memory
Cheese.
I have. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I just have one simple question for Mulan real quick.
You're still saying it wrong.
Is
Oh no.
Are you doing this on
is
purpose?
the actress? That's how you say it. So, is the actress? I can't remember what her name is, but I do know she supports the Hong Kong police, and that's been pretty controversial lately. Will this actress be a believable man? Because when I watched the trailer, she did not look like she would fit in at all in that army. She looks way too feminine. Dakota, buy or sell?
I buy. Whenever I saw the trailer, I seriously did not feel like she was pulling off the masculine thing at all. Like, I felt like there was nothing they did other than pulling her hair into a ponytail that they did to
Emasculate her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. So
Jared.
buy that.
Are you buying? Wait, how was the question? Buy
I'll
or
buy
sell
it.
if she looks like a man?
I'm going to buy it.
You're
I'm
buying that she looks like a man?
I'm going to buy everything
she
about
heard
this
that.
movie.
You're all in.
Let's get down to business. Dude, I'm all about Mulan.
Oh,
And defeat
buy or sell? Is that song coming back?
So
Yeah,
I
I'm all
don't
about
think
it.
she.
Who's-
I think
who's
she'll
the
I
guy
think
who
she'll be
sang that
fine.
song?
She'll pull
Donny
it off
Osmond.
okay.
Is Donny Osmond coming back to reprise his role and sing that song?
No.
It's not going to be the same
No.
without him.
I don't
Okay,
think she's
buy or
gonna be
sell?
Donny
She looks
Osmond,
like a
though.
man.
That song.
He's too
It's
white.
actually going to be Marie
No, you
Osmond that does it.
Maria, they did the whole gender swap thing. Marie Osmond sang the guy part. All right, Evan, buy or sell? Does she look like a man?
I don't think she's gonna be convincing. I didn't, based on the trailer, I thought she just looked like herself with a helmet on. And
Yeah,
plus,
it
I
did
remember
not.
in the old Mulan cartoon,
She looked like herself with a
she-
helmet on.
she really changed her voice. Like, hello, I'm,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a man soldier. You know, so it does not look like
Uh-oh,
she's
Joey's
going to
shaking
be
his head.
convincing.
I'm just saying, if we as a
Joey,
culture,
are you selling?
If we as a culture can buy the fact that Clark Kent takes off his his glasses and he's Superman, we can buy the fact
That's
that
an excellent point.
we can buy the fact that this girl's
So you
gonna
can put
look
on
like
a helmet
man.
and become a man.
No one ever complains about Clark Kent. I mean, and that's the biggest, most atrocious
That's not
identity
true.
crisis of all.
I'm totally selling on this one. She does not look like she could fit into like that man's army at
Well,
all.
I got a quick buy or sell for everybody really fast in like 10 seconds. Buy or sell. This is going to be the best live action Disney movie to date.
Bye.
Bye.
Buy.
I
Sell.
could potentially buy that.
Everyone's buying.
I think it'll be in the top 10.
I will
of-
say, as I watch it, I post Joey's going to be in the top 10 Disney films of all time.
Top 10 Disney films ever. Top 10 Disney films released in the last 2 years. Easy.
including Marvel.
I mean,
So beyond the fact that I'm going to go into the theater and be bugged the whole time that I can tell it's a woman and she's not tricking me, I do think that the trailer makes it look pretty dang cool, though.
Is this movie's responsibility
I mean-
really to trick you that she's going
you
to
didn't
look like
realize
a man?
in the animated version that was a
Yes.
girl that's dressing up as a man?
And that's your
Hey, I
religious
said this
hang-up?
was my favorite movie ever.
Let me
I mean,
bring up
at
some
least
research.
when I was 8.
Let me
Uh-oh.
bring up the fact that like if you go back in history and you learn about the real Mulan, apparently she was in the army for 12 years. So she had to fool people for 12 years, whereas in the Mulan cartoon it was like a 2-month period.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay, pretty cool. Hey, so moving on to the next topic.
Great
that Really
transition.
sounded like I didn't care
Nice
about.
segue.
Yeah. So, hey, speaking of female characters, let's go to our next female movie. So, I'm going to preface this one as well. So, I prefaced what is it again?
Mulan.
Mulan.
Wait, Jared said it different than Dakota did.
It's
Jared,
Mulan.
what'd you say?
It's Mulan.
What'd you say, Dakota?
Mulan.
Mulan.
Moo?
Like a cow. Yeah, Mulan.
All right.
I'm
so-
stripping you from that being your favorite Disney movie because you can't even pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
I officially am stripping that
You
from
can't
you.
strip my favorite movie
I just
from me.
did. Yeah, it's
He
been
just
stripped.
did.
All
I
right.
will say
Well,
that this
since
will be
Joey's-
Disney's best Chinese adaptation in film. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh,
What about Dumbo?
Okay.
That's as opposed is Dumbo a
Exactly.
Chinese adapted? film?
Nobody watched Dumbo.
So that's actually true. I never did. So
Tim Burton. Did.
I'm gonna go give this movie a preface as well. All right, we're moving into the Wonder Woman trailer that's coming out. This is by far out of Marvel and DC, and I know I told Evan you this earlier this week. Out of Marvel and DC, this is one of my top favorite, probably top 1 or 2 or 3 superhero movies that's come out
Or
since
4 or 5.
like all of this. It's in the top 10 of my favorite superhero films. The first Wonder Woman, I thought the themes and everything about that movie was amazing, and I'm disappointed that it has to be part of the DCEU. Isn't that what they're calling it now? The
I don't know.
DCEU
There
or
is
whatever.
not
Extended
one.
universe?
The DC extended universe.
Mm.
So that brings me into my buy or sell. Says this movie is leaps and bounds better than all the other movies. Buy or sell. Is Wonder Woman going to do its own timeline? Because there's already some continuity issues that people are bringing up. Is this Wonder Woman going to be its own timeline and just be its own movie?
Well, I don't...
Dakota.
Oh, go ahead, Dakota.
No, I was just
Oh,
gonna say,
if you already had something, you can go for it.
Well, I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
I don't think continuity is really high on DC's list right now. I mean, I think this could very well take place in the normal DC universe according to the other films that have already been released. I don't think DC really cares about continuity.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I mean,
That's
it very well could
evidenced
be-
by Joker.
yeah.
So
I don't think.
will
DC
it take
cares.
place? Will it take place in the timeline? Buy or sell? I can't hold.
Yes, I say yes. It will be in the same timeline as Justice League. It'll be in the same universe.
They're going to
yes.
have to retcon a couple things because
That's. I mean,
of
DC,
the time
DC
period.
doesn't care.
Yeah,
This is.
yeah, but you're right.
This movie's going to hit $1 billion just like the last one did. DC doesn't care. about creating a continuity in the
They
universe.
already brought Chris Pine back. They don't care.
They don't.
So that's probably going to be an illusion because of the villain in the movie, but that's a different topic for a different day.
Well, I think they really miscast the villain as Chris. I mean,
The cheetah.
I think
Oh, I
Kristen
thought you
Wiig
meant
is
Pedro
hilarious and I love
Pascal.
her.
No, Pedro Pascal looks amazing.
looked
We
good.
finally get to know what he looks like without his mask on. So
I think they did a terrible job casting Cheetah. I
Mandalorian
think
fans.
it's going to be
I-
a miss.
It's a very odd choice. I agree. I don't know if they're going for more a comedic role as Cheetah. I see her like Selena Kyle from the old Batman movie.
yes, exactly.
that's exactly
the old
who
Batman,
she is.
the old archaeologist type.
She's going to
nerdy.
be a nerdy
Exactly.
scientist with little self-esteem. She's trying to be all buddy with Wonder Woman. She's going to get this opportunity by Pedro Pascal to become, Cheetah, and all of a sudden she's going to be all confident. And as she walks into that gala, and that one scene, and it's exactly
gala.
what this movie is going to happen, or gala, whatever.
I could be wrong. I mean,
yeah.
I just love Kristen Wiig. I just think she's a great comedic actress, but I don't know. I think,
Man,
we'll
I
see.
tell you what, if I see one more slow motion scene in Wonder Woman with her blocking bullets with her wristbands, I'm done. I swear. This movie had it twice.
That is a
in
good
the
point.
trailer. In the 2-minute trailer, we see it twice. Boom, boom, blocking bullets. We know your wristband blocked bullets, Wonder Woman. What else do you got? And no more
All right, so
long
I'm gonna-
slides into second base kicking people. Give me something else. And if I see one more truck flip in a superhero movie, I'm done too.
Oh my god,
That is
All right,
cliche.
This movie
lay
had it
on
all.
me.
Truck
All right,
flips,
this last
sliding,
question. I got.
blocking bullets with wristbands. Give me something else, Wonder Woman.
All right, now we know what Jared's going to be bugged about in the
Oh,
theater.
I'm really-
so I got this last
I'm
question.
excited for this
I'm gonna
movie, though.
pose. I'm going to pose it for Dakota and Joey. This is the last buy or sell that I have. I'll start off with you, Joey, since you didn't say anything. Will the invisible jet make an appearance in this film? Buy or sell?
100%. And you will see her flying in the air.
100% buy or sell? Oh, you buy it. So they're
100%.
going in the invisible jet.
100%.
100%
Well, it
buy or
shows
sell.
Chris Pine and her in a jet
Yeah.
for a second in the trailer.
Yeah,
But
she'll
none of
be
it's
in,
all the instrument panel is there.
she'll be the
Well, you can see
invisible
it from
jet.
the inside, I bet.
The panels don't go invisible.
Well, thank you.
She's like this.
They did in the cartoons.
In the
He's
cartoon,
got a
gotta
lot of
see
things
where to
in
put
old
your
60
hands and
cartoons
stuff.
they don't do now.
All right,
Batman also
Dakota,
said
what you
pow
got?
and
Buy or
zap
sell?
and bip.
Honestly, I didn't even catch the fact that they were shown in a jet or whatever. So if the fact that they're even showing them in a jet, then I'm gonna buy into it. Otherwise,
I'm gonna
I
buy
would-
that Dakota didn't watch the trailer.
No, I did watch it, but I had a screaming 5-month-old on my arm. No,
Good excuse.
I want
You're a
to
good
say I'm probably they're gonna bring it in at some point, possibly this movie. So why not buy?
All
selling
right.
the-
Hey, so that's all the buy or sells that I have for this. Oh, Joey, what you got?
I'm selling the fact that she can ride on lightning with her lasso, though.
Oh, I thought that was
Bro.
so stupid,
Bro.
Joey.
Oh, yeah.
No,
What?
no. Let me
What?
explain.
I
it
know
to you,
it's
please.
supposed
She
to be
is the
Zeus
daughter of
helping
Zeus.
her. I don't care if it's Zeus or not. Strategically placing lightning
Dang,
bolts
Jared.
for her.
I don't
Dude,
care.
this lasso is gonna be like a Swiss Army knife for her in the film. It's gonna do everything
what's
and
wrong with
anything
that?
she wants. Is it gonna make somebody tell the truth like it's supposed to? Probably not. But can it make her ride lightning? Yes. Also,
Okay,
what
so
did you
I
think,
wanted
what
to
did you
ask
think of her
something.
armor at the end?
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
the
wa-
eagle
I don't
armor?
know what's going on with. Oh, is it like a
So she has to
specific
wear that armor because the cheetah claws can actually rip through her flesh. So she has to buy or wear that eagle armor.
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha.
Okay.
Good to know.
The best part about that trailer was Blue Monday.
Is waking
music.
up. Yes,
the music,
that was
Blue
awesome.
Monday.
I did think the music was really good for the
By
trailer.
New Order. Yeah.
Oh, so
great song.
go back and watch the trailer. There's a scene where they're doing an aerobics class in the mall, and there's 4 girls, and I don't want to be crude, but they're doing an aerobics like yoga type pose where all their rear ends are pointed straight up in the air, and there is a guy staring directly at all of their bums.
I'll have to check it out. Why does she fight bad
It was
guys in
pointed-
wedges too?
Because
They
she
look
can.
nice
Oh,
close up on
because-
her with her
because
wedges
she's
on.
Wonder
I
Woman.
guess it's
all right.
empowerment. I don't know.
So that is all I have for buy or sell. It's been a little new segment. I thought it was pretty fun. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that this is the best podcast ever. And
The Club XP podcast, absolutely.
Yeah,
I wanted to ask real quick, just going by, if everybody can throw it in real quick. What is everybody's top, like, in order of movies out of these 5 that you're excited for? Like, what's your one?
Good way to end it.
Okay.
Good way to end it. You start off, Dakota. What's your order?
So 1, Ghostbusters. 2, I'm actually gonna go with 007. I'm gonna go with Mulan, Wonder Woman, and Black Widow.
Nice. Jared, what you got?
I'm going to start off with Ghostbusters because Ghostbusters never say die. I'm telling you, it's going to be like a Goonies remake. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to go with Ghostbusters first. I'm going to go with probably Wonder Woman second, then Mulan, and No Time to Die, and then Black Widow at the very end.
Evan.
Jeez, so my number 1 is Ghostbusters. I think I've got such a warm place in my heart for Paul Rudd. I just enjoyed everything I've seen him in. I think he's going to do an amazing job in the movie. I would say my strong number 2 is probably Daniel Craig 007. I usually can watch that multiple times. I know you guys aren't down with that. But probably the rest of the trailers, I'm probably equally as excited about. I'm probably the most lukewarm about Wonder Woman. That's going to be unpopular with you guys, but Ghostbusters for real.
Joey, what you got?
I would probably say Ghostbusters number 1, Black Widow, Wonder Woman, Mulan, then 007. I'm only going to really get excited about a 007 movie if it's a Mission Impossible crossover and Ethan Hunt beats the crap out of him. But besides that, I'll still go see it.
You and Josh need to go off your Ethan Hunt kick.
No,
He's
it's
terrible.
not Ethan Hunt. It's Tom Cruise.
It is a Tom Cruise.
Ethan
Tom
Hunt
Cruise is the
cannot
greatest
beat up
actor
James
known to
Bond.
man. Yes, he can.
Are you
Hey,
serious?
that's for a future episode.
Oh my
Let's do an episode on it.
Yeah,
Well,
We
James-
will. We're going to do an
Jason
episode.
Bourne can take 'em
It'll
all
be me and
anyway.
Joey versus you guys.
Black
All
Widow.
right, for my
Jared's
list,
right on
real
that.
quick. Number 1 that I'm most excited about, and this is more for the fun factor and Paul Rudd, Ghostbusters. Number 2, just to make Jared mad, Black Widow. Number 3 to make everybody else mad, Mulan. And then number 4, Wonder Woman. And then number 5, 007. It's going to be the worst one out of all of them. So, final thoughts. We good? What's up?
Final
I
thoughts.
just
I just
think-
want to say, go real quick. Ghostbusters. The only question I have with Ghostbusters, it is my number 1 on my list, but I do want to see how they answer the questions about Ghostbusters, the original movie, where they have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in Manhattan, the Statue of Liberty's walking downtown. How do they
How do
does
they
that
explain
fit?
it away?
Yeah, how do they explain that? Because the kid's like, I had never heard of this before. You know good and well those videos are on YouTube. If the Statue
Yeah.
of Liberty is walking around Manhattan, if
That's
there's like a 50-foot marshmallow dude parading around town, that's not gonna be on YouTube forever. I don't care
Yeah.
if you're a kid.
And how
you
do you
weren't
not
alive
know
when it
your
happened,
grandparents
and it was 40
were a
years
part of
ago?
it?
You know that happened.
Yeah.
That's history at that point. I
Hey,
never had a dad. I
actually-
don't know. I've never heard of this before. Give me a
What I'm
break. How
thinking-
are they going to explain that in the continuity? That's what I want to
So
know.
I got
Because they're
an
gonna
idea
do,
for that. Go ahead, Josh.
I was going to say there's going to be a Men in Black crossover, and the whole town's going to get.
You guys are going crazy with these crossovers. This is
Okay.
nuts.
So this is what I thought just from seeing that. Okay, we know in the second one, like the slime and everything was like emotionally charged, right? Second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so what I'm thinking is that they, after all this happened, they took care of the ghost. They moved out Midwest to somewhere quiet to keep the emotion calm around these things. They've got them all locked underneath. That's why they're in this storage vault and everything like that. I think that's what's causing, obviously, all the earthquakes in the trailer. I believe that it's all the ghosts that they've captured over the time they moved them there. That's where they were going to retire, keep the emotions around them calm. But something's happening that's like causing the disturbance. That's where all the extra energy is coming from. So I believe that's like they're going to like try and play that off as like we've tried to come somewhere and keep the word of who we are, what's happened. Just the entire town was supposed to be in on it. And that's why you can kind of explain why nobody really knows what's going on, or the kids, they never heard about it. So
Dakota, I hope it's a little bit
thoughts.
deeper than that. I think that's what they want you to think, but I'm hoping they dig a little bit deeper with the, you know.
That's
Okay.
pretty.
I mean, I agree.
That's pretty much the Goosebumps plot.
Right.
Yeah, the movie is written by R.L. Stein.
Oh, please no. All right, you guys. So we're going to call it on that one. It's been real. It's been fun. And it has been real fun.
Black
It's
Widow will
been
not be real
Dakota,
What's up?
Jared, Evan,
fun. Yes.
Joey, and myself. Thanks for
guys.
joining us with the Club XP podcast. Follow us on the Club XP podcast at Twitter as well as Facebook. That's at Club XP podcast. Help us in joining the conversation as well as leveling up the conversation. Thank you all for listening and sticking around. Give us a rating on iTunes or your favorite podcast service. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.